the world condemns Israel for attacking Qatar. But you see these people, you can see these people, these are Hamas leaders. When they are watching the massacre of October 7th, where 1,000 plus Israelites were attacked unprovoked, killed, children burnt alive, women raped, and old women, and some 250 people taken to captivity. These people have been living in Qatar. They are the one engineering and financing and doing everything. And every day you see, and every day Israelites continue to fight with many terrorist groups sponsored by Qatar. They have been saying over the Iran and Qatar. And nothing has happened until this day when they decided to attack. You are going to hear what the president or prime minister of Qatar will say about Israel and what is their next preparation. And then you are going to see again another video we are going to play for you. You are going to hear what a prime minister of Saudi Arabia says about the Qatar, what people don't know about Qatar. Why is it that he speaks like in favor of Israel? And why is it that Qatar is saying that many Muslim countries see Qatar as betrayer? But it's not like that. Qatar is practicing the real Islam. They understand the real Islam, not the changes and others. So we are not talking about this spice of Islam, but I'm just trying to say, you hear what the two ministers will say. So just stay tuned and enjoy.
اسجدوا يا شباب اسجدوا. هذا المنظر طلع يقولي ساحبين الشباب الجيب وجابينه طلع جيب الاسرائيلي ماخذينه دخل على المركز لا طلع نزله بدري. سجدة الشكر ان شاء الله على هذا النصر. اللهم اتم نصرك وعزنا يا رب لشعبنا وامتنا. الله اكبر. الله الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين.
By the way, at the same day, I was meeting one of the hostages' family that morning, the morning of the attack. Carrying a message that the families, they are counting on this mediation. They have no other hope for that. And I think that what Netanyahu has done yesterday, he just killed any hope for those hostages.
Well, in the past hour, he has doubled down on his position. He has said, and I quote the Israeli Prime Minister here, "I say to Qatar and to all nations who harbour terrorists," his words, not mine, "you either expel them or bring them to justice, because if you don't, we will." Do you take that as a threat of further action here?
Well, we don't accept, first of all, such a threat coming from someone like Netanyahu, and he's calling about bring them to justice. He needs to be brought to justice. He's the one who's wanted to the ICC. That's number one. So I think that someone like him trying to lecture the world about the law, he's breaking every law. He broke every international law. He's starving people in Gaza. He's doing all these rogue actions in the entire region. What's next? What's next for him?
You described him as a narcissist. What do you mean by that?
Well, I have no other explanation, because the act itself, I mean, the significance of this act, there is no human mind can just absorb it. You know, we were thinking that we are dealing with civilized people. That's the way we are dealing with others. And the action that he took, it's very, like, I cannot describe it, but it's a barbaric action.
Could you say a few words about the falling out on the one hand of Saudi Arabia and the UAE on the one hand and Qatar on the other, where you're moving toward a resolution of that situation?
It's not a falling out. It's just we don't want to have anything to do with them. The Qataris, since the mid-90s, have been sponsoring radicals. They have been inciting people. They have become a base for the leadership for the Muslim Brotherhood. And the Muslim Brotherhood, you have to keep in mind, is what begot us Takfir and Hijrah, which begot us Al-Qaeda, which begot us Al-Nusra. The Qataris allow their senior religious clerics to go on television and justify suicide bombings. That's not acceptable. The Qataris harbor and shelter terrorists. That's not acceptable. And Nashri, the head of Al-Qaeda in the Arabian Peninsula in 2000, entered Saudi Arabia on a Qatari passport. We captured Al-Qaeda types coming into Saudi Arabia with Qatari passports. The Qataris know this. The Americans know this. The world knows this. The Qataris are funding dissidents in the Emirates and Bahrain and Saudi Arabia and in Kuwait in order to cause problems for those governments and to create instability. Why would you do this? The Qataris pay ransom to terrorist groups, including $500 million to Hezbollah in Iraq, $50 million to Qasem Soleimani, according to text messages between the Qatari ambassador in Iraq and the foreign minister of Iraq, including I don't know how much to Hezbollah in Lebanon. Is that acceptable? If we gave $1 to Hezbollah in Iraq, we'd be sued in a court down the street. And so the Qataris use their media platforms to spread hate. The Qataris send weapons to Al-Qaeda affiliated militias in Libya. The Qatari Emir was conniving with Gaddafi on how to overthrow Saudi Arabia. The Qataris connected Gaddafi with a Saudi dissident in London who they fund, who connected the Libyans with a group in Mecca with the objective of assassinating the then Crown Prince, later King of Saudi Arabia. Is this acceptable?